May lightning strike me, shall I tell a lie. May I be flogged and beaten till I die. May I live all my life in deep disgrace. If this glove does not quickly find his face.
Hold on! Now strap it in there, young demise. You won't win out by breaking up the peace. Your father ran this flag out of the pole. Look past it. Keep your eyes on the goal.
No. I must put an end to his vile village. I'll take him out to flame before the village.
Do that and you'll just steal your dad's resolve. Your mother holds the key to help us solve his fix. By her Tartuffe seems strangely moved. Perhaps by her he might be soothed. I've noticed he sometimes looks at her as though a thing inside did somehow stir.
Oh.
We might make use of this place to alter his unfortunate direction. She made him stop in here to run food, so we must be careful just how we might do it. Disruption and disaster will arise. Marianne claimed as faithful prize. His man says he's not finished his devotions, so leave us now and leave behind your notions.
I have the right to stay behind and hear.
No, leave your mother.
Just leave them here.
Oh, in a blink, with your poise, hit a fit, and make all kinds of noise now. Go!
I won't. I know that I will stay.
He's coming. Get out. Get away.
Rehome my hair shirt. Work it till it's rough. Rethorn the scourge. It's not severe enough. I've coined to share with beggars that I meet. Please pray for me as I traverse the street.
A fine performance. God, what a routine.
You asked for me.
I did.
Unclean, unclean. Secure this handkerchief, and quickly, please. Your bosom, girl, it's taking in the breeze. You tempt the soul when nothing's placed atop it. The thought begun has no device to stop it.
Your soul, I see, is weaker than the norm to fixate on such modest female form. If you are so upset by these two friends, your thoughts, I think you twist to different ends. Should you appear as naked as an ape?
Oh.
No inch of flesh you own could make me game.
If you, girl, cannot speak with tongue more chaste, I'll have to take my leave with righteous haste.
No, please, you, sir, stay. I will not force you out. My mistress asked for you to wait them out. She asked if she might have with you a word here, where the two of you might not be heard.
Of course.
Well, that took the edge off his bite. I think that this time I assessed him right.
When is she coming?
Just now, sir, you see, and here she comes, and now it's all complete.
Should God, whom I petition night and noon, regard it fit to grant me slightest boon, he watches and protects thee, sweet Elmire, preserving her most happy, healthy year.
I thank you, sir. Your speeches are most kind, but please relax, sit down a bit, unwind.
I pray that you're recovered from your spell.
Yes, thanks. Seems I recuperate quite well.
For your recovery I claim little credit. I prayed instead of you that I might get it. Though God would not accept my sacrifice, I praise him you no longer pay the price.
You needed fuss, I hastily recouped.
I'm glad to see you no longer through. I offer up mine all for your fine sake.
I'm sure you helped to lift that awful ache. I thank you, sir, for your kind intervention.
Say nothing, madam, hardly worth a mention.
There is a quiet bit I'd like to broach. I'm glad there's no one else here to approach.
knowing that you care, and gladly at your feet lay my soul bare. But first, accept a moment's explanation. In toiling to protect your reputation, I was but doing what I thought was best, describing how the town regards your guests. My love for you is such
Yes, I see. You only think of what is best for me.
Exactly, ma'am, and with such enthusiasm.
Oh, ask my answer, please.
Excuse me, madam. It seems my zeal compressed my grip, and so ensuing.
Whatever might that other hand be doing?
Noting your gown. Such a fine textile.
You're tickling. Please, hold off for just a while.
I've never seen such needlework, such lace. The seams, they disappear without a trace. It tempts one but to follow where they lead.
I thank you, sir. I'm flattered. But I need to talk with my dear husband, who does dare to think of breaking pledges to Belair.
Oh, yes, he told me something of the matter. I fear that my attention did scatter. Your husband wishes to confer a gift, though elsewhere does my soul receive a lift.
Of course! Your eyes look to the great beyond.
And yet of earthly things I can be fond.
I know you scorn the worldly here below, the impure here that brazenly does flow.
Because one loves the glories of the Lord, does not suggest his works ought be ignored. One should not put up spiritual fences to hide from the arousal of the senses. Divine works bear our holy Savior's mark, and in you lights a most auspicious spark. In you rests heaven's beauty, charm, and grace, that tender arm, that throat, that angel's face. How might I gaze at one built so sans flaw, and not regard the Maker with great awe, expressing love both earthly and divine as God's self-portrait deep in you does shine. I briefly fear that this affixed affection should mask a hell in woman's fair complexion. At first, I fled from you against all reason. I feared my soul might treat with Satan's treason. But soon, the notion struck my soul most clear. One night, to God through earthly joys get steer, achieving passage through those perfect gates, arising to the glory he creates. I don't mean here to overstep my bounds, to offer up my heart with feeble sounds, nor to suggest that I somehow deserve the knowledge of your loving touch, your curve. I open here my heart, which you may trample, or but allow a taste of heaven sample.
While your remarks strike me as chivalrous, its stark expression seems too frivolous. It would have been much better to have waited before you sought to have your hunger sated. One scarce expects such urges from so pious.
Let not that preference here incur your bias. Amid the glow of charms that shine celestial, I lose my modest hesitation, lest you'll discount my love as Christian charity. This pious stance is mere posterity. The world may paint me as a soul angelic, while I know that perception as mere relic. For you perceived in hot, prolonged days, I now manifest in humble, loving praise. If this may seem a contradictory position, fits blame upon the object of my mission. For no amount of earnest flagellation could keep my keen desire from graduation. Your love did spark my holy veneration, while weaker thoughts you drove to penetration. A few might stoop to give your benediction, relieving me of manly predilection. All day and night I'd gladly sing your praise, and thanks to God for my remaining days. A sight with which you might be impressed in life's white lives you'll very mean and best. Some other men these days are braggarts proud who quickly turn their triumph into trash. No sooner is a woman fondly known than it's detailed, exaggerated. Wrong. They do destroy the very love professed by laughing at the love that they once blessed. Men like myself, however, breathe discretion and leave behind no whiff of an impression. And as my repute I value more than gold, no tempting echo prompts me to make bold, enabling me to offer you my sweet, a saintly safety rapture, quite complete.
The things that you suggest are duly noted. But are you quite so selflessly devoted that you ignore the chance that I might turn to tell Orgon of that with which you burn? And if given such insight into your heart, he might to you have sudden change of heart.
I know that good which on your soul is written would not condemn one so acutely smitten. You know the reach of human limitation and will forgive a moment's violation. But more than any other, know this, no human is immune to dreams of bliss.
While others might harsh penalty exact, I shall here treat this failing with some tact. With Orgon I shall keep completely quiet, and only when he offers, you'll deny it. I'd like for you to strongly advocate Valeria and Marianne should set a date. Convince Orgon to keep his sacred word, and I will here forget all that I have heard.
This devil's fiend we must expose. Too long he's let us all round buffaloes. Thank heaven, I survived to overhear, and now expose his villainy most drear. Extent of imaginations had me floored, though I can only now say, praise the Lord! His trespasses will finally be addressed when Father knows the heart of his vile guest.
To be sweet? No, much as you wish to howl, I harbor no desire to cry out foul. I pledged I would maintain the status quo, provided Marianne we should forego. To elevate such trivia into scandal disrupts this household more than I can handle.
I see why you project this attitude, but he has taken too much latitude. He stood this household up on its head for simple pleasures we've had to defend, while in his scheming we've been but a cog. For too long now the tail has wagged the dog. He looks askance while wreaking discontent, and forces father to retract consent repeatedly. He has but schemed and meddled behind the skirts of doctrine that he once peddled. It's time my father saw with his own eyes the way in which he is misled by lies. Abandoned proof, as from the mountain top, and can now end the reign of this foul fop. And as his chickens now come home to roost, I'll not pass up the sight of his neck noosed. Don't try to stop me! I'm now driven to earn revenge to which I have long striven. No word you say might somehow this joy taint. I lodge on him a well-deserved complaint. I do it myself, you needn't follow. And here's my chance, approaching. I hear father. Dear father, you arrive most opportune, for I must now give prick to your balloon.